as the World Golf Hall of Fame has announced four-time major champion Susie Maxwell Berning as the fourth and final inductee to the class of 2021. Maxwell Berning was selected through the female competitor category and joins Tiger Woods, Marion Hollins, and Tim Finchem in the class of 2021. So after becoming an LPGA professional in 1964, Susie earned the Rookie of the Year title. Throughout her career, she won 11 times, including an impressive 4 majors, the 1965 Women's Western Open and the US Women's Open 3 times in 1968, 1972 and 1973, all while balancing family life as a mother. She's one of only 4 women to win the US Women's Open 3 or more times. So Paige Mackenzie, I'll come to you on this one. What message does this selection tell you about the World Golf Hall of Fame?
Well, they're really starting to recognize a lot of the female pioneers in this game. And I just want to point out the fact that you mentioned Rookie of the Year in 1964. She won her second U.S. Open 1972, which was the year that Title IX was passed in this country that allowed equal access to women at universities. She was actually a competitor on the men's golf team at Oklahoma City University and received a scholarship. Incredibly rare accomplishment. When I look at some of the women that have come up through this game, it's good to be reminded of the fact that they didn't have the kind of opportunity that women today have when they're competing in this game. The other thing that's worth noting is that the Hall of Fame requirements have changed over the last several years. Back in 2014, they changed the requirements. I think a lot of people focused on the fact that it was going to make it a little more challenging for the men to get in. When in fact, I think the bigger, side effect of that was that more women will be getting in because it's no longer consistent with the LPGA Hall of Fame requirements, which means a lot of great accomplished women like Susie will now be in the World Golf Hall of Fame.
Well said, Paige. An honor that is truly deserved. Okay, well, Susie Maxwell Berning rounds out this induction class of 2021. The 4 inductees will bring the World Golf Hall of Fame member total to 164. A number of finalists from this year's list will not be among that 164, including notables like Dottie Pepper, Tom Weiskopf, and this year's European Ryder Cup captain, Padraig Harrington. So let's take a closer look at Harrington's credentials, because it is quite the impressive resume. It includes 21 official worldwide victories, 15 of which came on the European Tour, 3 major championship titles with a 2-year stretch, 6 Ryder Cup appearances as a player, a Race to Dubai title, 2 European Tour Golfer of the Year awards, and a PGA Player of the Year award, and PGA Tour Player of the Year award again. So Damon Hack, I'll start with you. Is Harrington's career Hall of Fame worthy? Let's start with that question.
Oh, absolutely. Full stop. It's a travesty that he's not in now. 3 major championships is the benchmark. And it's not just any 3. He went back-to-back in the Open. He won at Carnoustie and Birkdale. And where else? Oakland Hills, a PGA championship. We're talking about 3 of the greatest golf courses and most difficult golf courses in the world. He's absolutely Hall of Fame worthy. And I'm going to say he's first ballot Hall of Fame worthy.
I fully agree with part of what you're saying. He is absolutely Hall of Fame worthy. He will get in, obviously not first ballot because this was his first chance, but I don't see this at all as a slight. Almost a relief if I were Padraig, because one, you're not going in during the Tiger Woods show, which is what's going to be going on at this Hall of Fame induction. Also, he has got his plate full with Ryder Cup captaincy coming up. Go ahead and get that behind you. If, Damon, he doesn't make it in next voting session, then I will start to scratch my head and say, wait a minute, we're sliding Padraig and his 3 major championships just a little too much.
Well, I hope he had the option, the right of first refusal, as it were. We all know that things happen behind the scenes that maybe we're not fully aware of. I know it's a busy year for him, but there's something very distinct and different about being a first ballot Hall of Famer. It gives you just a little bit more of that elevated status and speaks more to your career. I mean, he beat Sergio Garcia at the height of his power twice in major championships, not to mention Greg Norman on a Sunday. at Birkdale. I was there, and that was quite a tension-filled Sunday afternoon. I just think with 3 major championships, you're in. It's not even a question, and he will be in eventually, I have no doubt. But I think to deny him the chance to be a first ballot Hall of Fame, unless it's his choice, which I can't imagine it would be, the man can hold a walkie-talkie and put a team together and also share a stage with Tiger Woods if necessary.
Well, I would hope they didn't give him the option and he turned it down. Hopefully they kind of keep it a little more close to their vest and in-house in that. There is a piece of first ballot that would be nice, but years later, after it's all said and done, it's over. You're in the Hall of Fame, whether it's first, second, or third ballot. Absolutely worthy. Should go in, no question about it. And he's going to. But again, if I were Padraig, I would be happy. I would be happy that just a little too much going on. Let Tiger Woods get in. Frankly, I mean, of course, the others getting in, it's fantastic, but they're going to be overshadowed by Tiger, as everyone in golf is, and that's okay. Let Padraig do his own thing the next time around. Let him captain that Ryder Cup team and try to take down the Americans at Whistling Straits.
Paige, where do you sit on this? Because I'm sure if you ask anyone on tour, they would all agree that it's a matter of when, not if, for Padraig entering the Hall of Fame. But, there's still a lot to come for his career. There's the Ryder Cup captaincy, and he's openly said that he feels like he can still contend and even win another major. So what's your opinion as to when he should be inducted?
I definitely don't think it's too soon for Padraig Harrington, but I definitely take the side of Robert Damron on this. I know Robert and I don't agree on a lot of things, but maybe it's the ego of a player in that you don't like to be put up next to a player that has a longer list of accomplishments. And it made me think of actually that first tee announcement where Tiger Woods, the guy was, or the woman was talking about every single win that he ever had. And then Phil Mickelson was like, all right, I get it. And I feel like to some extent it would be nice to be introduced at your Hall of Fame speech with you being the centerpiece and not Tiger Woods.
Damon, a final word. Is Harrington the biggest snub on this list of the class of 2021?
I believe he is. I think Padraig Harrington has enough self-belief, dogged determination, and absolute trust in his skills and his career to stand shoulder to shoulder with Tiger Woods. This is someone who's hit as many golf balls as anybody in the history of the planet, maybe outside of Vijay Singh and Gary Player. Absolutely up from the bootstraps, incredible work ethic, and I think that glint of a first ballot Hall of Famer, to me, you're talking about all-time greats, and I think his career, considering that incredible sprint in 07 and 08, is absolutely first ballot worthy. 3 majors is the benchmark. He hit it. He deserves it.
Yeah, well, I mean, Padraig Harrington is in the spotlight either way this year as he captains the European Ryder Cup team in an unprecedented time. So we look forward to hearing more from him throughout the year. And no doubt it is a matter of time before he enters the World Golf Hall of Fame. But plenty of Ryder Cup action to watch today on golf, starting at 11 a.m. with day 2 of the 2018 Ryder Cup. And then don't miss a trip down memory lane at 8 p.m. with a Golf Films presentation of the 91 Ryder Cup, War by the Shore.